All right, guys, we got breaking news coming out of the Middle East, man. So Netanyahu has told the U.S. that Israel will strike Iranian military, not nuclear or oil targets or energy infrastructure, like he said he would. That would cause a vicious regional war that the Biden administration is definitely not wanting to happen right before an election. And, you know, interesting part about this was there was reports that the exchange or the deal was that the U.S. would send the THAAD missile system, anti-defense missile system, anti-ballistic missile defense system, with along with it accompanying 100 U.S. troops on the ground in Israel in exchange for Israel not to hit nuclear or oil targets, which would devastate the global economy if Iran were to respond to that and annihilate the oil fields in the Gulf states and the Azerbaijan and those areas. This happened. It's all happening when a former senior U.S. defense official warns that stockpiles of interceptor missiles aren't limitless and that Israel faces a race against time to restock its supplies before they run out. Israel's munitions issue is serious. If Iran responds to an Israeli attack and Hezbollah joins in too, Israel's air defenses will be stretched. The U.S. can't continue supplying Ukraine and Israel at the same pace. We are reaching a tipping point. And I'm going to tell you guys something, man. The economy right now in the United States is really just all fluff, guys. The reason we're sustaining a little bit is because they're printing a lot of money out and they're putting it in our economy, and we're not feeling the after effects of all this money that we're giving to Ukraine and Israel and these places, man. It's all fluff up until the election day, and then you're gonna start seeing damn near the Great Depression, man. But anyway, so Israel is in a situation now where they're running out of Iron Dome missiles and rockets. Their air defense missile systems are literally not able to stop anything that's going into to Israeli airspace. We had a situation yesterday where a drone came from southern Lebanon and it hit an IDF army base as they were having dinner, being one of the most devastating drone attacks ever on the IDF army, guys. A drone came in literally undetected, and managed to precisely reach its target. They were saying around 60 plus IDF soldiers were severely injured, 4 who actually died. And yeah, huge L yesterday. Let's play a clip.
4 teenage IDF soldiers have been killed in a Hezbollah drone attack on an Israeli military base. It's one of the biggest attacks against an Israeli position since the war started. Although few details were initially released, it was confirmed that a UAV launched from Lebanon targeted the army base in Binyamina, located between Haifa and Tel Aviv. More than 50 people were injured, most of whom were thought to have been in a communal canteen at the time of the attack. Some of the injured were rushed to hospitals with helicopters deployed to the site. 7 people were severely wounded. The drone managed to evade Israel's usually stringent air defense system, raising serious concerns. This comes as heavy Israeli shelling continues to target Beirut and southern Lebanon, with strikes killing 51 people across the country on Sunday. Israeli airstrikes have caused serious damage to parts of Lebanon, with drone footage revealing the devastation to this marketplace in Nabatea, where a mosque and surrounding buildings were battered by Israeli attacks over the weekend. Meanwhile, on the ground, the IDF are targeting Hezbollah tunnels. In this video, the IDF claimed to have found a tunnel a few hundred meters from a UN peacekeeping force base along the border. The tunnel contained a weapon cache with explosives, bullets, and camouflage uniforms. The UN has accused the IDF of forcing its way into a peacekeeping base in southern Lebanon. They claim 2 IDF tanks destroyed the base's main gate and fired rounds nearby. Israel says it encroached on the position to evacuate injured soldiers. This comes after Israel issued repeated warnings urging the UN to leave southern Lebanon.
Right here.
Alright, so yeah, they literally barged into a UNIFIL military base on the border of southern Lebanon and took over the vicinity, and now Netanyahu is calling for the ousting of the military personnel there, as he claims they are being used hostages. They're being used as hostages in this war. And yeah, man, it's man. The Biden administration doesn't want a full-blown regional war in the Middle East right before an election, guys. That could be very decisive to the results of his campaign for Kamala Harris.